One thing I was thinking about is just the shift that I've personally been going through of fully digesting and understanding, this give and take relationship with, understanding you have an ego, a sense of self, but not trying to get entrapped in that, but also understanding that by trying to avoid that, that is its own sense of self, the fear of being too much or doing something wrong or bad. And so really, it's interesting whenever you go into more spiritual groups and you see a lot of people trying to transcend their ego, or they're talking about how they have transcended their ego. And I just find it so silly because it's kind of a measurement of how enlightened you are, and it's really not. There are so many different viewpoints, and to be here, you have to have a sense of self. You have to, have the eyes to see outward. If you don't have this pillar here, there is nothing else outwards for you to look at. So it becomes difficult, and I would say, for me personally, again, instead of transcending your ego, because really that takes a lifetime and we're all coming back into our sense of selves anyway, or different senses of self, it's more about honoring your ego, understanding that, this body, for me, has been through so much and done so much evil and so much good, so much just selfless, amazing deeds. And my body has been through so much, been through so many changes. I have persevered through so much, and then I die. This body will not be here forever. This body ultimately is not important. It's one thing that I love learning about history, because you start to see how many lives, complex lives, happened thousands of years ago, and then when you start to think about yourself, how can you give yourself this God complex where you're more important than anybody or anything or any other generation, because there's so much compacted on top of each other, and one life is just this little blip that really doesn't mean anything or amount to much whenever you're just looking at one life. And that's the beauty of having an ego and transcending or honoring it. You get to see the duality, because you can never transcend the darkness, because the more you think you have, the more you think you've transcended the darkness, or you've grown past all of these things, you haven't. You're lying to yourself. And that's what's so easy to do. I do this all the goddamn time. That's why my content kind of goes all over the place. It's so easy to convince yourself you're living your life, focused on one thing, when really you're just trying to say, oh yeah, no, I'm a good person, I'm doing this, the thing, the checklist is being ticked off, so I'm good. But are you good? And this could just be a 40-minute video of nothing, but I just wanted to say that the difference between, transcending your ego versus honoring your ego, and how it's kind of a slippery slope of nonsense. Bye.